Greetings all, Ferrari Man 601 here. Welcome to Catalunya and welcome aboard the Williams FW31 brought to you by VRC. We've got 20 laps here in this race in what I'm calling a late model V8 Formula 1 race. Obviously, Williams FW31, it's a 2009 car. Also in this race at the front of the field we have 7 Ferrari F138s. We've got 7 FW31s in addition to my own, and 7 F138s. So 15 cars in total in this field, 20 laps here at Catalunya. It might be an interesting strategy call because I've got 52 liters on board to start, so I'm pretty sure we're going to have to make a pit stop. Additionally, we're running the soft compound tires in this first stint, so we'll see if we can make any headway up the field. 20 laps, just sit back, relax, and hopefully enjoy this ride. Lights are coming up. First gear is selected. And off we go. Not a bad start. I actually had to check up a little bit coming into second gear. The car in front was a little slow away. Let's go to the inside there. Alright, that was a bit of a disaster. We're up 1 spot only. 2 spots, actually. Alright, that works. Cover the inside here. No Hamilton Rosberg 2016. We get hit in the back a little bit. Alright. We are light on fuel. I don't know what the strategies of everybody else are going to be. We do have to try and make hay in the opening laps of this race, though. Into the DRS zone. Obviously, we do not have DRS, this being a 2009 car. A car almost launching itself in the air there over the curves. One of the Ferrari-skinned FW31s. I am not at all confident in the people around me in this opening phase of the race, and that explains why. Come on! That was just dumb. That was amazingly stupid, and now he is spun in the background there, causing more carnage. Is my car in trouble now? Suspension feels okay. How's the downforce? We'll find out through turn 3. Downforce is okay. I think we can continue. That was Kimi Räikkönen. What were you thinking, man? Maybe he was drinking a little bit too much. Anyway, let's get calmed down. Let's get settled in. Got a long way to go. We're working lap 2 of 20. Let's try and fight our way up through this field. I think we're in a good position despite having a little bit of damage on the front end. I believe that's one of the F138s in front. I'm running a skid pack on the F138, so they're not all red. Just for a little bit of thematic variance. Indeed, that is a 138. Oh, another spinner up ahead. Very nearly rear end the 138 in front. Okay. So this is interesting. People are just getting themselves out of our way at the moment. We go very deep into 1. I think I got a little bit of, we are losing a little bit of downforce, I think, at high speed from the front end. Also, I got into the wash from the car in front. No harm, no foul. Another yellow flag up. What's going on? This is carnage. Yep, car off there on the left. Alright, I think that brings us up into P11. Anyway, why am I doing this race here today? Basically, it's cool. I was just recently watching the 2010 Formula 1 season review, the official review, and I was just looking at those cars and listening to those V8 engines, and I have to say at the time, I was not the biggest fan of the V8s, nor was I at all a fan of the aerodynamic regulations back at the time. but looking at it with rose-colored glasses now, that's 8 years ago, and having the ability to drive cars of that vintage now in Assetto Corsa, now that we've got the V6 turbo hybrids, the V8s, they're a lot sweeter nowadays than they were perhaps when they were actually racing, because of course when we had the V8s we all compared them to the V10s and we reminisced about what we had lost, and now we've got the V6s and we're once again reminiscing about what it is that we've lost. Anyway, F138 ahead has got DRS. I have Kurz and a slipstream. Can we make a move? We're trying. He does not allow us to make a move. He squeezes us very dirtily. Yeah, look at that. Look at all this time we're losing. This is not good. Yellow flag up ahead, though. What's that for? Has the 138 overcooked himself, or is that same car still off here on the left? That same car is still off on the left. Great. Okay. Alright, so we're going to have to be a little bit more creative then if we're going to overtake. I know that we're faster than him. We just have to make up that ground. Squeezing me over the curbing like that. Come on. That's a bit too aggressive. But there he is at the end of the straight, just starting into the corner. We can catch him. I'm confident in that. Anyway, thoughts on the V8 formula before we got distracted by some questionable driving techniques. Yeah, at the time, I was not a fan of the V8s, really. Yes, they were good enough, and they were normally aspirated engines, and we all like the sound of a normally aspirated engine, plus they revved high. In the first year of the V8s, 2006, they were revving to above 20,000 RPM, which was very, very cool. For 2007, they limited them to 19,000 RPM, and then by 2009, they were dropped to 18,000 RPM, so that's what we're revving to in this car here today. Of course, that's also the rev limit for the F138s. But now that we've got the turbo hybrids, which, if we want to look at them from a technical point of view, they are fantastic engines. The technology in them is just amazing. And the trickle-down effect that we're already starting to see in road cars is just unreal. We'll talk about that figure from Mercedes for the next 10 years, I'm sure. 50% thermal efficiency in one of their Formula One engines nowadays. Incredible. The next most efficient gasoline-powered internal combustion engines are about 30-35% thermal efficiency. In an economy that's dominated, at least in the motoring world, by talks of fuel efficiency and reliability, the fact that you can get an internal combustion piston engine to get to 50% thermal efficiency, that means 50% of every drop of gasoline goes toward propelling the vehicle. That is unbelievable, and that, of course, is Formula One technology now having the chance to be applied in the real world. Let's try not to repeat the same mistake. All right, good. We'll think better of it, because I know that this guy is willing to play dirty, despite his inability to overtake the guy in front of him. Let's see, a little bit of a slipstream. Let's not make the Nico Rosberg error. Okay. Anyway, that train of thought. The V6 turbo hybrids, in a word, cool. However, are they fun? Are they something that add to the spectacle? No, they're not. They don't have the sound of a Formula One engine. They don't rev crazy high like a Formula One engine should, or at least like a Formula One engine has since really the late 80s, 1989, when the V10s started to come in, and then of course Ferrari with their V12s, which sounded miraculous, and then of course the dizzy revs that we saw through the mid-90s through to really 2006. The V6s don't do that, and I miss that sound, and I know a lot of you miss that sound, and it's something that I hope we can see come back someday. Therefore, the V8s. Not bad in hindsight. Perhaps if Formula One continues on this this pseudo-crusade of cost-cutting, maybe, just maybe, we could see a customer V8 engine come into Formula 1 for some smaller teams so we could get a larger grid. Maybe get some more variation fighting in the points. That would be nice. Come on, go wide, go wide, go wide. See, he's got a little bit more rear downforce than I do because he's got those Coanda ramps that are blowing the exhaust toward the diffuser. I don't have that. I just have the double-decker diffuser. He can get on the throttle a little bit sooner than I can. And that's paying dividends, but I have the slipstream and a little bit of Kurz boost down the straight. He has DRS. We'll stick it up the inside here. Try to nail the throttle. There we go. Move done. See ya, pal. That puts us up into P9. Gear too high, drop it in a second, now. Okay, where do we stand? Probably be trying to move on the guy in front this lap or an early next. Already working lap 8 of 20. Tires feel good. Car is slightly damaged. I am a little bit hampered, but so far so good. I say as we light up the rear tires. Lock up from the guy in front. Come on, can we do something? Kurz boost down the infield straight. Let's try to send it up the inside like we did to the other guy. A little bit too far back. Can we get better traction? Nope. No, we cannot. Try to squeeze him. Can we do a little over-under into the chicane? Maybe. Nope. Trying to be opportunistic there. Trying to be aggressive. It didn't work. I'm not going to try to dive under him through this chicane. No way. But we'll have the slipstream down the straight. He'll have DRS. We'll have a bit of Kurz boost. We're on the button. And we basically sail by him. I'll take that all day. Thank you very much. I'll give you some room like you didn't give to me on that other lap. Maybe I was too nice. Oh well. I'll trade you. Come on. I'll trade your outside for an inside. I'll keep trading your outside for an inside. He can get on the throttle sooner, though. That's that exhaust blowing. That's what's helping him in the acceleration zones. It's wheel to wheel. Hard for me to see him. That's the way the cockpit is. All right, pushes me out onto the curbing there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. He's got DRS, I've got his slipstream. His DRS is negating my slipstream and I've used all my Kurz boost. I'm gonna send it up the inside again. Power, come on. There he is, move done, yeah. Haha. Took a lap, but we got him. All right, let's see if we can pull away. All right, that is half distance. Just about. How's the car feel? We're still flat out through turn 3. That's something that I thought only the 2017 cars were capable of. And obviously the 2018 cars. Now update the brain, Ferrari man. Nope. This one can do it just fine. But it can't get on the throttle. That's, yeah, it just spins up the rears. Even now that everything is really hot and ready to go. Yeah, wheel spin there in second gear. Gotta watch that. The F138 doesn't have that problem as much. But we are pulling away from him, having a look in the mirrors there. And also when we come back past the flag stand, you'll see the gap update. 1.3 seconds it was last time by. Puts him out of DRS range, although that doesn't matter in Assetto Corsa. We'll see what our gap is to P7 this time by. I can see P7 there just briefly. Looking down the racetrack. Just cresting the hill there. What's the gap? 6.3. Gap behind is, wait for it, 3.5. Okay. This is manageable. Got 9 laps to go. Burned a little bit more than half of our fuel at half distance. We're gonna have to make a pit stop unless we can save fuel at some point. We'll see how things develop. If I feel like I could fight up front, I'm not going to be doing much fuel saving, that much I can promise you, so... Did we screw ourselves with the fuel load? Possibly. Also, having all those moments at the beginning didn't really help our cause either. Fighting a little bit of damage on a car, downforce compromise slightly, emphasis on slightly. The other disadvantage we have is we just can't get on the power as early as the Ferraris. That's just a characteristic of this car, though. I have to say, I haven't driven this car in a long time. That's not to say anything about VRC's quality. They did a fantastic job on this car, as they've done with all others that they've given us thus far. Just haven't gotten around to this one lately, and it's a shame, because I do very much like it. Also, speaking of VRC, they are working in earnest on an IndyCar mod based on the 2012 and also 2018 IndyCar specs. And additionally, this was a surprise announcement from them, they are working on what they're calling Formula NA, Formula North America 1999, or Formula NA 099, I think is what they're calling it. Whatever they're calling it, it's quite heavily based off of what looks to be a Reynard chassis from 1998, 1999, the old kart days. This was before the kart IRL merger. And of course, the last Champ Car kart race happened in 2007, I want to say. I believe it was won by Will Power. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was. Anyway, in the midst of all of that thinking, we have caught up to the back of this train. We are far and away the fastest car on the racetrack, I would presume. And I've got 98% AI strength here, so that's no mean feat. This is a quick little car. Anyway, he's on DRS, I'm on curves and the slipstream. Let's blast past him. Quite nice. We'll save the curves. Get a little bit of slipstream from the guys in front, not much. We'll park it in the middle, just so he can't try anything up the inside. That's fine. Can we capitalize? Hold it, no. He closes the door a little bit late, that's okay. Dive bomb up the inside. Force him wider. On the power, come on, come on, come on. That's where the F138 is stronger, I understand. Dive bomb, hold it in the inside there. On the power, get it straightened up on a curve, come on. Wheel to wheel. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me, please don't. All right, good. That was fun, yeah. He's on our outside. Okay. Sail it up the inside, trying to sell him a dummy. Come on. I don't know if we touched. Oh man, we're all over the racetrack. We lost a position. But we didn't lose all that much track position. Okay, I don't know if we actually touched or not. That might have just been me in the heat of the moment getting a little bit too enthusiastic on the loud pedal. We'll see. All right. In the slipstream again with the curves. Come on. Blast past this guy. Good. Keep the curves on. I can really only use it down the start-finish straight anyway. Okay. We got 6 laps to go. Man, this race is going by quickly. I thought it'd be a little bit longer than this. This feels like the blink of an eye. Anyway, can we start fighting these guys again? I've caught back up to the train. Come on. Get on to power. Yeah, you can see the XL that they get. It's not so much the top end. It's all out of the corner for the Ferraris. That's interesting. But not through every corner. When there's a little bit of an incline or we have a positive camber in our favor, it works. We can hook up the rear end just as well as they can. That was optimistic. I don't know what I was thinking there. I wasn't. But we didn't hit anything. That was good. Honestly there, that little maneuver, my instinct just took over. I didn't think, oh yeah, now let's just dive bomb. That was just, I don't know what that was, but it worked out. Alright, Kurz, Slipstream, he's using DRS. I spit in your general direction, DRS, he's right on our gearbox. Let's park it right in the middle, let's brake a little bit early, hesitate on the throttle, hang him out to dry. There we go. I've got 11 liters of fuel left. I have 5 laps remaining. 10 liters of fuel left. At this point, I don't know if we're going to finish this race. And that would be a great shame because so far, I think I'm putting on a pretty spectacular display for all of you. There's our fuel warning at 10 liters. What do we do? What do we do? I can hold back on the engine braking a little bit. That might save a little bit of gas. We cannot rev the engine as high. That'll save a little bit more gas. We can get on the throttle a little bit more slowly. That'll save even more gas. Will it save enough gas? Probably not. But we're gonna attempt it, because I don't really have too much of another choice. If I make a pit stop, we're gonna languish back down someplace deplorable. And if I go for it, we might just finish on the podium. We'll see. That's a spot. Eight liters left, 4 laps to go. About 2 liters per lap, 2.5 or so. Let's see, some quick mental math. It's 2, 4, 6, 8. We're right on it. We're right on the cusp. I think we're slightly short at the moment. We're running P5 at the line. We might be P4 now. Gotta save a little bit of gas, methinks. 6 liters left. I think we're about a lap short. That is a shame. I started with 52 liters. Had I started with 54 or 55 liters, we would have made it just fine. Fuel consumption was a bit high. Oh man, 5 liters in 3 laps. Just keep the revs down a bit. On the throttle quite as hard, and maybe we can squeeze it through. We're in P4, we're 1 spot off the podium. That's just saying something, though, that we're backing off so much and we're able to stick with these guys. We are under attack from behind, just trying not to let him pass. Trying to keep the doors closed. Yep, we're moving in the braking zone. Yep, that's the Max Verstappen rule. Surprised how well these tires have held up. These are the soft compounds. Getting a little bit of squirreliness from the rears. I am not helping you down the straight, pal. Working right on the apex. 2 liters of fuel. I don't think I'm going to make it. I'm going to have to make a pit stop on the last lap. Or the second to last lap. This is... oh, man. Yeah, look at that. 3 liters, 1 lap. It's something like 2.5 in reality. It's just rounding up. That is such a disappointment. My God. We lost the position. We're going to have to stop anyway. Doesn't really matter. That is a disappointment of disappointments. Could have been on a podium pretty easily. That is just heart-wrenching. Got a calculation wrong, and that's what happens. Well, there's your stream of consciousness in the average race for the Ferrari man. Did this make any sense? I don't know, but I do know that we're forfeiting a good result here because of a strategy miscue. Look at that, 0 liters with 2 laps to go. That is sad. I am so very sad right now. There's the fuel done. Throw some new tires on it. On the super softs now. I was thinking that they would have to pit too. I guess not. Kicking myself. Yeah. Leader is on final lap. Yes, yes, I know. Nico Rosberg's gonna win. Because I think that's who ROS is. You never know with these Assetto Corsa drivers. What a damn shame. Who's the chief strategist over here? Who is the race engineer? Oh wait, that's me. Yeah. Ferrari man, you're dumb. You are dumb. You could have been on a podium, maybe even P2. No. Now you're in P10. Yeah. Final lap. All the engine brake map now. There's all the curves gone. Leaders already cross start finish, I believe. There's the rest of the pack. They are too far ahead. Oh man, so disappointing. Tantalizingly close to P9, but it's not to be. There it is, P10, and the last car classified, I believe, as well. Look at that. And let the record show that 2009 Williams FW31 actually won the race. Man. Disappointment. Thy name is Ferrari Man. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. I could have been up there easily in P4. Maybe even P3. Maybe even P2. But look at that. Nico Rosberg. 25 seconds in front of P2. There's no way we're going to catch him anyway, but look at that. Timetable. There I am. Fastest lap of the race by a long shot. Look at that. A 1:26.65. Nobody else in the 120s. About 0.8 quicker than the eventual race winner. And then compared to the F138s, look, 124s, that's something. But that's what you get in racing quite often. Just a bad strategy call on my part. Should have known better. I did know better. Did I do it? No. No, I did not. And we paid for it. But hopefully this is enjoyable for all of you. I'm going to leave you with an exterior replay of this race from the external trackside cameras without commentary, so hopefully you can enjoy all of that. Thank you all very much for watching, and enjoy the external replays. Ferrari Man 601 saying thanks, and we'll see you soon.